Okay. Jim Dorick, John Fay, beautiful downtown Woodbridge, announcing the 22nd annual Woodbridge Irish Parade. Jim, bring us in on the American Irish Club.
On behalf of the American Irish Association of Woodbridge Township and the Township of Woodbridge, we'd like to welcome everybody to the 22nd Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade here in Woodbridge. It's a gorgeous day. It's a little bit windy, but the temperature's right. Right, Jack?
Yes. All things considered, Jim, we thank St. Jude for giving us this kind of weather. We've gone from beautiful sunny weather to blizzards in our 2022 parades. So this is just fine. The crowds are big and happy, and that's the way we like it.
I understand we're going to have about 100 marching units and about 30,000 people lining the street. Enjoy the parade.
Yes, indeed. Can we go back to the...
Yes. We'll unplug you.
Oh, okay.
It takes so little to save our rivers and oceans for future generations. If we use less toxic household cleaners, we protect a little. Fewer lawn care chemicals, a little more. And recycling used motor oil gains us so much. In fact, there are many things we can do in our everyday lives that can help stop water pollution forever. Clean water. If we all do a little, we can do a lot. Brought to you by the Natural Resources Defense Council and the Ad Councils of the U.S. and Japan.
Great. Okay, we're back, and we'd like to welcome you again to the 22nd Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade here in Woodbridge. This is Jim Durick, along with my co-anchor, Jack Fay.
Hey, James.
We're happy to be broadcasting with TV 35 and its crew who've done a magnificent job in the past, and we're looking forward to today's parade as well.
Sure. This is 22 years, and the parade in Woodbridge continues to grow in brilliance and popularity. Particularly, congratulations to all the officers and men of the Woodbridge American Irish Club. Right now, you're observing Woodbridge's finest going by, and the Woodbridge Police Emergency Management truck you're looking at.
That's right, Jack. The parade always steps off with Woodbridge Township Police escort and the hazmat unit, which is in view right now.
The weather is it's a beautiful day for a parade. It's a bit brisk, a bit windy, but all in all, the weather we've had has gone from warm and balmy to blizzards in the 22 years.
That's right, Jack. The sun is shining, thank God. I
Yes.
think you thanked Jude a little earlier. I think
Yes,
we ought to throw in a thank you to St. Patrick as well.
Yes,
He probably
indeed.
had something
I
to
did.
do with that.
This is his day, and in more ways than one. Here is the Marine Corps, Color Guard, U.S. Marine Corps Reserve. Wouldn't be right not to pay honor. Another anniversary we're celebrating this year is the Battle of Iwo Jima. Mayor Jim McCreevy's uncle was a casualty, gave his life at Iwo.
That's the honor guard
Yes,
in view right now.
right. The parade marshal this year.
The parade marshal this year is Bob Hanley. He's from the Department of Correction Emerald Pipe Band in New York City. And I believe it's the Emerald Pipe Band that's in view right now.
Yes, it is.
Bob Hanley, who's been a member of that band, I believe, for approximately 20
Yes.
years. He is the pipe major
Yes,
there,
he is.
Jack.
And always has been a very good friend. He's been the American Woodbridge Irish.
That's correct.
And we're honored to have him as a Grand Marshal. As the one who was Grand Marshal last year, it's one of the great honors of my life. And I know I know Bob feels the very same way.
That's right.
There he is. Yes.
And he apparently has been a member of the New York Department of Corrections for the past 22 years, Jack.
Yes.
He's captain of Transportation Division, currently assigned to Rikers Island. And as I said, he's pipe major for the Department of Corrections of the Emerald Pipe Band. And as you said, being our past Grand Marshal,
Yes.
you know what an honor that is.
It is.
And I can tell you,
They sound wonderful.
they certainly do. Why don't we just listen in for a little bit? And in view right now is our Grand Marshal for this year. That is, we just passed out of view. That was Bob Hanley. And following behind him, as you know, Jack, our Irish Person of the Year was Bill Keneally, who was a very active member of our club, who unfortunately passed away
Yes.
just a few short weeks ago. I see his lovely wife, Kathy,
It was a heartache indeed, Jim.
and his family. As Ken Stiles, president of the club, has indicated,
Yes.
this year's parade is dedicated really to Bill Keneally's memory.
Yes. Bill was a well-loved, a good man, and our hearts and prayers go out to his wife and to his family. We're
We
now
just-
getting the political contingent coming towards us. I see Freeholder Pete Delena. I see Councilman Bob Luban, Councilman John Mitch,
Our council president.
Congressman Bob Franks, Councilman Sobieski, Assemblyman Steve Mikulak, Councilman Vinnie Martino, Councilwoman Irene Stone. They're giving us the big wave.
John Mitch and Bob
Yeah.
Luban.
Yes. See, who else? Councilman Frank Pelsman. The whole category. Councilman, and here comes the administration. John McCormick. Gary Taffet, the chief of staff. Councilman Rick Delena, that's Pete's son, showing you government is also genetic in Woodbridge Township.
And they are in view right now is the Woodbridge High School Marching Barons, Jack.
Yes.
It's one of the 3 high schools that are here in the township. And they always give a splendid display.
Yes,
and,
they do.
Maybe they'll even
They-
grace us with a little
this
bit of
is,
their music.
This is Woodbridge High. As Jim said, one of the 3. We have Colonia High School and JFK High School in Island. But the Woodbridge Marching Barons, always a credit to the township and to the school system in our township.
They are under the leadership of James Young. And recently they took 3rd place in the Sun Fun Festival down in Myrtle Beach.
They sound very good and they look very good. The drill team is, as you can see, performing beautifully. Jim, we just got a weather report. It's 50 degrees, but I'm demanding a recount as this moment. Sitting here in the shade.
A recount is in order, I think.
We're posted right across the street from the Rio Diner, right next to the Woodbridge Knights of Columbus.
We have a little pause here in the parade
Yeah.
while you listen into the Woodbridge band a little bit, Jack.
Yes,
Sounds like they're getting warmed up.
it's also the home base of my wife, Dr. Carol Brown.
Maybe I can just take this little pause that we have here,
Yeah.
Jack, to mention the Board of Officers of the American Irish Association of Woodbridge.
Yes.
President Ken Stiles, Vice President George Aston, Recording Secretary Eileen Whalen, Corresponding Secretary Harriet Marin, Financial Secretary John Galvin, Treasurer Tom Henderson, and Sergeant-at-Arms Mike McGovern. And we will see the club shortly. Mike McGovern, by the way, is the chairman of this year's parade,
Yes.
as you know, Jack,
Yes.
along with his co-chair, Beth Lazar. In view right now is the Miss American Irish,
Yes.
Deirdre Hamilton, along with her lady-in-waiting,
Yes.
Catherine Galvin,
Yes.
and
Miss Patton from last year.
last year's Miss
Yes.
American Irish.
Yes. Our very best to Deidre and to Catherine. Lovely young ladies.
And here comes the Bishop Bar Irish Cultural Club.
Yes.
They were founded in 1989, Jack.
Yes.
They represent Bishop Bar High School.
That's one of the major commitments of the American Irish of Woodbridge is to maintain the culture and to remain be aware of our roots. This year in particular, what's being commemorated throughout our country and Ireland itself is the 150th anniversary of the great Irish famine that unfortunately, hasn't been taught enough and hasn't been stressed enough of our people, our ancestors who literally, figuratively starved to death and by a million, and one of the great first migrations into the United States was directly from that famine.
Famine, that's what I understand. And we see the float.
Yes.
Follow the rainbow is the theme of St. Patrick's Day. And that is the float that's put together by members of the American Irish Association.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Actually, right now we're seeing the membership of the American Irish Association coming into our screen as we speak. Led off by the color guard. I see St. Patrick,
Yes.
otherwise AKA
Yes.
Joe Fennelly.
Yes, of course. We always find it hard to try to break it to St. Patrick that Joseph Fenley is really St. Patrick, but he does in his mind and his heart. He
thoroughly enjoys it.
yes. Now here comes the officers and the men and women of the Woodbridge American Irish marching with them.
See Sister
Is,
Susan is
Mayor
Mayor
Jim
McGreevy.
McGreevy, Sister Susan McGrath from Ireland itself, Mayor McGreevy. Yes, grandfather from County Down. His father and mother is with us. And here, all the officers and men, good turnout from the Woodbridge American Irish indeed.
That's right, Jack. It's to be expected. It's a strong showing from the American Irish Association.
Yes. See Margaret Shaughnessy there, and Donna Lewis,
Lynn Kilmurray, I see in view right now.
Charlie Shaughnessy.
Joan Diaz.
Yes.
All the directors are here. Justin McCarthy actually is at the
Yes,
reviewing
Justin's
stand. He's
doing-
our MC up there. Charlie Shaughnessy, myself, Pat Burns, Joe Fennelly, Charlie Lewis.
The Patton family
Lewis.
out in for us. Here's,
Some of our members are taking a ride.
I'm sure, Michael McGovern, who's the general chairman. His father was one of the original along.
That's right, Jack. Back in, actually on July 4th, 1966, our parade chairman's father, Mike McGovern,
And Joe Jackson.
and Joe Jackson founded this club, and
Yes.
basically with the idea in mind to endeavor to unite the Irish and Irish Americans of Woodbridge, to promote the Irish culture and preserve its tradition.
Sure,
to-
Michael's father's looking down from heaven. So proud to see his son being this general chairman.
I'm sure that he is.
Yes. That's oh, okay. Okay. Here we're. Okay, we're just starting to look down towards the Bridget Behan School of Irish Dance. This is one of the more popular, one of the stronger Irish dance clubs in New Jersey. Just before them, we have going by in the car, Miss New Jersey National Preteen.
Just going back to the Bridget Behan School of Irish Dancing,
Yes.
Jack. They apparently qualified for the World Championship in Ireland.
Yes.
For their Irish step
Yes, it's
dancing.
a
And
high quality group indeed. I know Sue McCartan McIntyre, her two daughters, Mary Claire and Kate, are active members.
they're giving us a little show right now.
God love them. Yes.
And one of our officers and directors' daughters, Maureen Shaughnessy, is a
Is an
dancing
instructor. Yes, she is.
And I know for a fact she herself has danced over in Ireland.
Hey, thanks. Okay, thanks, Frank.
They march
My
by with
brother-
their beautiful outfits.
Yes.
And coming in behind them, Jack, is another important group. That's
Yes.
Project Children.
Yes, indeed.
And they were founded back in 1975. And as you're well aware, one of our members, Dot Ashton,
Yes.
in the club's
Yes.
very active.
Yes, she is.
That is a very noble goal.
Truly.
This particular group, what they have been doing is for a number of years.
Yes.
In the summers, they would bring children over from
Right.
war-torn Northern Ireland,
both Catholic and Protestant
Catholic and
children.
Protestant, to
And-
spend some time here in America, away from the strife
Yes.
in Northern Ireland.
Yes.
That hopefully will be a thing of the past.
There's Dorothy there now.
That's right.
Yes, it's truly God's work that they do. And it's all significant. For the first time in 700 years, we have a peace, and hopefully it'll last in Ireland itself.
Jack and View is now the Legionnaires' senior marching band.
Yes.
They're a senior band in color guard.
One of the better bands in our area.
And their color guard captain is George King.
Yes. Yes, they add so much to a parade. For all my years, going on 30 here in Woodbridge and Middlesex County, they're always wonderful to see and to listen to.
Maybe we can take a moment just to listen to
Yes.
And are followed by the Carteret Fire Department.
There. No problem. The Carteret Volunteer Fire Department and the Carteret First Aid Squad, which most certainly had, with Mayor Peter Sika of Carteret themselves, a profile in courage last week where we had a near major tragedy with the tanks going up in the Carteret.
That's right. So I understand that he really got actively involved.
Yes,
and
he
helped to
did.
avert a little bit of a disaster there himself.
Yes, he did. I mean, after the major disaster we had in Edison just last year, this was much too close for comfort. But Mayor Peter Sika, and the Carteret Fire Department and First Aid Squad, truly, above and beyond the call of duty, put their lives on the line like they have done so often.
And they really did help to avert a disaster.
Yes.
And our hats off to you, gentlemen, and actually to all of the groups that are marching, the volunteer firemen,
Yes.
the volunteer first aid squads, Jack.
Yes, I know.
These are the kind of people that make the community work. It's a day,
Yes,
in addition to honoring St. Patrick,
Yes.
it's a day to also honor all the volunteers who.
From my own home, in fact, just standing to my left is my brother Frank, who is police lieutenant Elizabeth for 30-some years, who just retired. And my father, God love him, was 40 years a fire captain in Elizabeth. So it's so close to home, where so many people take for granted. We shouldn't. Yeah. Cool. TK. Trish.
We're seeing some of the people who are lining the streets here, Jack, on this
Yes.
beautiful day. Some of the men, women, and children. In years past, I've heard estimates from 30,000 upwards
Yes.
towards 50,000. I don't.
Yeah, without being chauvinistic, most certainly this Woodbridge Irish St. Patrick Parade has become one of the major parades in our state and in the area. As there's Staten Island people come over, and the fact that our Grand Marshal today, is from Brooklyn.
That's right, Jack. It's a real testament to it's not only the Woodbridge community itself that supports it and the immediate communities that surround Woodbridge, but we do get people from as far away as Manhattan and Brooklyn, and Bob Hanley has been involved with our parade for years.
Yes, and every morning of the parade, for the many years, Mayor McCreevy in particular has made the morning of the parade a somewhat commitment to the Irish Americans, the American Irish. We have a ceremony this morning at the Barron Arts Center. Monsignor Sergel, Sister Susan McGrath from Ireland, Assemblyman Tom Devrin had this kind of a commemorative program. And what we do every year, the raising of the Irish flag.
The support of the township and of Mayor McGreevy and is evident in that ceremony this morning, Jack. And
Yes.
it was a particularly touching ceremony. And you spoke there, and as usual, it was touching and wonderful. And you really know quite a bit about Irish history and the difficulties that Irishmen faced, not only in England when they had been so oppressed,
Yes.
and but also when they came to America. Why don't
Truly.
you maybe you can share with
Yes,
the audience here some of that about the difficulties that the Irish faced in coming to America, Jack.
That was the point I want to make, that this is a happy day and it's a wonderful day, but it also should be a day of recollection, and that after starvation and after the Great Migration, when we all first came here, it wasn't easy at all. We got the jobs that nobody wanted. We dug the canals. The Irish Brigade in the Civil War showed the first great number of Irish Americans to die. So all in all, it's.
I'm going to take a break.
Okay.
Anything, you're getting so angry. Enough of you. Enough. I'm gonna give you something to scream about. Get over here. Get up.
I get it.
I'm talking to you. Get up.
I get it.
Stop crying. Get up. Get voted again.
I didn't.
Please.
For information about how you can help stop domestic violence, call us.
In a recent worldwide educational test, the United States didn't rank first
Korea,
or second
Taiwan,
or even third.
Switzerland,
It seems while the rest of the world raised their educational standards,
Scotland, Slovenia,
we didn't.
Spain,
So we came in 14th.
the United States.
And 14th is no place for our kids to be. Call 1-800-96-PROMISE and we'll give you lots of ways to help our kids move forward again.
Okay, here we are. We're back after that break.
Yes.
The 22nd annual St. Patrick's
Yes, it
Day
is.
Parade, Jack, here in Woodbridge.
The club itself will be celebrating its 29th year in existence.
That's right. Founded back in 1966, and we're about, I'd say about 300 members strong,
Yes, we are.
active members. And to all of you watching, if you care to join the American Irish Association,
Yes.
you don't have to be Irish to join.
No, you don't.
And you can contact any of the officers or any of the directors, and we'd welcome you. And what would a parade be without some sirens?
Yes, it's
We have the
outside of traumatizing children under 4. We keep hearing them anyway.
but they're all sparkling clean. They all get ready for the parade, and a number of them decorate them, Jack.
Yes, they do.
The kids certainly get a big kick out of the
Yes.
fire engines, and again, we still have the Carteret Fire Department that you had just mentioned a little bit earlier, the role that they played in averting that near disaster with that oil tank situation.
Woodbridge Township has 2 major parades a year: the St. Patrick's Day Parade and the Christmas Parade. I mentioned the ceremony this morning. Both the mayor and the council also honored other ethnic groups in our township. Next week, in fact, we honor the American Hungarian groups and their clubs.
We have children scrambling for the candy that the firemen generally throw as they along the parade route. This looks like the Boy Scout Troop 31 of St. Anthony's of Padua, and they're from Fort Reading, New Jersey, which is part of Woodbridge
Yes,
Township.
it is.
One of the sections, Jack.
This is a township. This is one community, but with all their separate recognition and their own particular, culture and heritage. And St. Anthony's, a major community group, Roman Catholic Church in Port Reading.
Let's see, what are there? There are 9 sections, Jack. I think we do this every year to
I
see
know,
if we
and,
can name them.
I
We
know.
got Port Reading,
Yes,
We have-
Sea Warren,
Woodbridge proper,
Woodbridge proper,
Hope Lawn,
Hope Lawn,
Island.
Caseby,
Island, Avenel,
Avenel,
Colonia.
Colonia.
Let's see, did we do anyone at the service here?
Usually, we'll hear about it, Jim, if we did.
There's no question. I think
that's
the
it.
Fords.
Fords, of course.
We do not want to forget
no.
the Fords people.
The Delinas would never forgive us.
And the Boy Scouts looking spiffy in their uniforms, decked out for St. Patrick's Day. Wearing their green sashes, how appropriate. And they are followed by another Cub Pack. It looks like Cub Pack 89. And they're from Carteret, New Jersey, Jack, one of Woodbridge's neighboring communities.
Yes, one of our sister cities, and always glad to have them. Always welcome.
This particular unit is proud of the fact that they've earned first or second place in the last 15 years of participation, Jack, their particular unit.
That's
And I can see why. They go out of their way. They have their leprechaun hats and shamrocks.
Yes.
Moms and dads, and the kids put quite a bit of effort
Yes, they do.
into making
Yes,
a
they
good show
do.
here.
Looking great. Yes, they are.
See the Irish tricolors on one of the young scouts. And a fine looking group you are. This is the Sunrisers Drum and Bugle Corps, Jack, that's in view. The tricolors appropriately mixed in with the American flags.
Yes.
It is an American Irish Day, isn't it,
Yes,
Jack?
it is. Yes, it is. Like, when we dwell on the famine, we know that this land of liberty was where they all came and where they've given so much and had so much. So.
And there was so much promise. Jack, I understand you had mentioned the famine in between 1841 and 1851. The population of Ireland fell from 8.2 million to 6.6 million because of that famine.
Almost all of them ended up in Boston, in New York, in Jersey City,
And a couple in
Philadelphia,
Woodbridge.
and thank God a few in Elizabeth, in Woodbridge, in Perth Amboy. Sharp looking outfit here.
And according to the line of march we have, that should be the Woodbridge Fire Company
Yes,
number
it is.
one.
It is.
And this group was organized way back in 1897, which gives you an idea how long Woodbridge has been on the map, too. Jack.
We're just celebrating this year with all kinds of events and ceremonies the 325th anniversary of this town. Now, older than the United States of America, the early colonial towns played a major role in the American Revolution. So the Irish weren't the first to say the Brits out.
Right.
Woodbridge Fire Department, from Woodbridge proper, the heart of the town. Next year, God willing, we'll be celebrating the new town hall, which is going up on Main Street.
And construction is well underway. You would ordinarily, the reviewing stand at the end of the parade would be there, Jack.
Yes.
But this year they are situated a little bit up the street and across the street in front of the
Woodbridge Chamber of Commerce building, thanks to Carol Hyla
Right.
and the officers of the Woodbridge Chamber of Commerce, who have been most cooperative and most helpful to the township in many ways, and particularly today, where we have our reviewing stand.
Jack, you started to mention earlier, and about speaking as you did this morning, that in fact some of the boats that were bringing Irishmen into Boston Harbor were actually turned around at some
Yes,
point in time.
Sister Susan McGrath made that point where we weren't most welcomed. Some of the newspapers used to say for the jobs that the Irish need not apply. So it wasn't easy. It was long and hard, but we paid our price in blood and sweat to be where we are today, and the greatest nation in the world.
And it seems to me, given the history, Jack, in many ways, that and utilizing the route of politics and
Yes,
in the inner cities, and finally getting a position where they could do something. The Irish, I find, many of them are particularly sensitive to the kinds of oppression and discrimination that can exist with any group.
Well, they knew what a government could do to them.
Right.
What happened in Ireland was done by law. It was done by the parliament, done by the government, with or without bayonets. So when we landed here, the first thing we learned was the power of the vote, which they never had in Ireland. The power of education, which they didn't have in Ireland. And from City Hall to the White House is where we've evolved to, and I think seriously, it was in your heart and your mind that this was the right way to go.
Right.
Revolution with the vote, or what they're still striving for. They're still striving for in Ireland, between the North and the South, and hopefully the miracle of after 700 years of strife that God willing we can have a peaceful solution, and with the vote, and not with guns and bombs.
And I'm sure that's the prayer on everyone's heart.
Yes.
Because,
I mean,
everyone
Jim,
suffers.
we've lived through watching the Soviet Union collapse before our eyes. People my age who contributed to bringing the Nazi the war party in Japan down. So in our lifetime, with prayer and hope,
Hard work and
can evolve
intelligence, too.
Yes.
Well, we see the Woodbridge Emergency Squad, cadet squad that's in view under the leadership of Jeffrey Edgecombe, who's the captain. They have a 1937 LaSalle ambulance with them. And again, the different vehicles are all decked out for St. Patrick's Day, Jack, with
Yes.
shamrocks and green streamers and
Yes.
white streamers. And
It's wearing of the green.
plenty of green today.
Yes.
Woodbridge Emergency Squad. And that's followed by Miss Teen New Jersey, Catherine Goodhart.
Yes.
That's for 1995. And she's followed by Brownie Troop, I believe it's
1766.
of Port Reading, New Jersey. This is a Brownie Girl Scouts group, again from one of the sections of Woodbridge, Jack, Port Reading.
Yes. There's Miss Teen of New Jersey at the camera. God love you, Catherine Goodhart.
I wonder if it's any relation to the Goodharts that are a member of our
No,
club.
that's
Alice.
yes.
And again, they're all decked out with green derbies and shamrocks, and a fine-looking group, and we welcome you to the parade.
Well, it's a happy week for the Irish Americans this week. The Chieftains, one of the great Irish bands, is playing in New Brunswick this Thursday. Opening New York is Brian Dennehy and Dana Delaney with a new Brian Friel play, Translations.
That's quite a banner they put together there,
Yes, it
Jack. A
is.
rainbow of friendships.
Yes,
There's some
Yes,
hard
sir.
work went into that. And
beautifully done.
treasure our children, how appropriate.
Yes, indeed.
And that's an important thought and an important sentiment.
Very beautiful.
Again, appropriately decked out in their green blazers. green jackets. This, I believe, is the Central Jersey Leathernecks.
Yes. Senior color guard and senior marching unit.
From the Marine Corps League.
Yes. Walls of Montezuma.
From Westfield, New Jersey, and their commandant is Roger Ligon.
Strangely,
That's the Rockland Scottish Pipe and Drum Band, which was founded back in 1963, Jack, and they're under the leadership of Gordon Fraser, their pipe major.
yes.
And this is, I believe, one of 5 or 6 pipe bands that we may expect. And what would St. Patrick's Day Parade be without pipe band?
And the lilting air of the minstrel boy to the war is gone.
Something that we're seeing now, Jack, that I don't think we would have seen a few years ago is more and more women who are actually playing the bagpipes and the drums, and it's a sign of the times.
And why not?
That's right. That's right. They are followed by the Emerald Society of Union County,
Yes.
Police and Firefighters Association, under their president, John Casey. And
Yes.
a little Irish in that
Oh,
name.
yes. My roots are Union County. Like I said, my brother Frank Fay was a member of the Union County Emerald Society, and they always have a good turnout with us. Again, where we neighbor Union County as well, Rahway, city of Rahway, and Clark on either side of us, and Battalion Chief, Elizabeth Fire Department.
There we have a group of marchers in view now, all in green. And that's one of our numerous veterans groups that are
Union County Emerald Society. They're marchers. Policemen, firemen, sheriff officers.
they have quite a turnout
Yes,
today.
they do. Yes, they do indeed. Good to have you. I Avenel, VFW post is it? Ladies
Post
color
7,
guard.
7164. There's a ladies color guard, a senior color guard, and it looks like the men's color guard as well.
Yes.
The ladies auxiliary and the men's color guard together, and
The Avenel Volunteer Fire Department, number one. Number one, the ladies auxiliary with them.
under the leadership of Chief Bruce Mizak. It's a fine-looking group. With
Yes, it is.
green gloves and green carnations, Jack.
Yes.
Hat on.
Very good looking. Very.
And all the fire engines, again, cleaned up especially for today. And I know
Right.
that the various groups take a lot of pride in
Yes, they
getting
do.
their equipment cleaned up and decorated. And it's an opportunity to recognize all of their efforts, their volunteer efforts as well, Jack.
They are. And we truly appreciate the men and women of the fire departments and the first aid squads who give so much as a fellow man to their community. And
This, I believe, is the Avenel Colonia First Aid Squad.
Yes.
And apparently, it's their 50th year of service, Jack.
God love them. Congratulations to them all.
Jack, just a little bit about what it takes to put this parade on. I think
Yes.
you know, that as a member of the club, that this whole effort starts really
Yes.
almost the day after
It does,
this
Jim.
parade ends. The parade for 1996.
Yes, it does.
The committee will get
Yes.
together and start up again.
Yeah, easier said than done, indeed. Ken Stiles, was the present president, John Galvin, all of the Shaughnessy's, all of the Lewises, all of these people come together, like you said, Jim, the very next day to prepare this great endeavor, and also a very expensive endeavor too. Like,
It runs about $10,000 a year.
Yes.
It's through the fundraising efforts of the club, and we
Right.
do get support from merchants.
yes,
and, we
and
get
the township.
in the township.
But after we've said that, it's also a major financial commitment of the club to,
That's right.
to bring this parade about.
And from what we've seen so far, it looks terrific. So our hats off to
Yes.
Chairman Mike McGovern and his
Yes.
co-chair Beth Lazar and all of the committee.
Right. We're now getting the Woodbridge Dare group. This is the between the Woodbridge school system and the Woodbridge Police Department and the township. The administration, both the Mayor McCreevy and the council, are 100% behind this program, where we are aware, more than aware, of the drug problems. And
There's the Delton Raritan Girl Scouts of Avenel, New Jersey. Jack.
yep,
They are followed by the John F. Kennedy High School Marching Mustangs.
yes.
And we see Miss Middlesex County, Kelly Seas.
Yes.
That's who we're looking at now. Kelly, that sounds a little Irish, doesn't it, Jack?
I haven't met many Kellys who aren't, but I don't want to be presumptuous either. John F. Kennedy is the second Woodbridge High School. This, of course, shows a sign of the time when, after our president was murdered, this high school was just coming into existence, and it so rightfully gave the school its name.
And as luck would have it, their marching uniforms happen to be a Kelly green, it looks
Yes.
to me, Jack.
They sound very good too. Besides
They
looking
do.
good, they sound good.
We could just listen in as they
Yes. Very good. Very good. Good sound.
Okay. We're going to commercial and we'll be right back.
I've had the same friends since I was a little kid. But this year, some of them started playing with these other kids. I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's cool making new friends and all, but they weren't like us. They were, different. And I heard my big brother saying some pretty bad stuff about people like them. But they seemed pretty cool, and we had a pretty good time. So, well, maybe my brother doesn't know everything.
Hey, Carlos, come on, we need you. Don't be afraid. Be afraid.
He protects all living things in the forest. But he can't do it alone. Please don't play with matches. Put out your campfires. And never, ever forget the words of Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Hi, this is Jim Durick, and welcome back to the 22nd Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. Broadcasting with TV 35 here, and Jack Fay, who had to step away momentarily. He'll be right back. And in view right now is another one of our many marching units. We have the St. John's First Aid Squad. And we have a beautiful day here in Woodbridge. Coming into view now is the DARE program, which is a very, very active program here in Woodbridge Township, sponsored by the Woodbridge Township police officers. They go around to the varying schools, and the whole thrust of it is to help keep our children off drugs. And I could tell you firsthand that, having been to my son Michael's school and been to my son Patrick's school, the police department, I know Officer Jim Thorpe does a terrific job in educating children about the dangers of drugs and trying to really focus their attention on the other things in life, the positive things in their lives that they can concentrate on. And the response of the children is really terrific to the program. They walk away well educated, well informed, and certainly that's what we need, unfortunately, in this day and age when drugs are still a problem in many, many levels of our society. So our hats off to the Woodbridge Township Police Department, and particularly those officers who, at this point, I believe, are full-time in going to the schools and speaking to the children. And I've heard them speak, and they refer to them, and I think they mean it, as our kids, my kids. There's a lot of concern out there. So in addition to patrolling the streets and preventing crime, we have a department we can be proud of because we have a fine program. And you can see by the number of adults that are out with the children that there is a lot of community support. The banners from the various schools. You see Claremont Avenue School, Ross Street School. All the sections of Woodbridge are represented, and it is quite a turnout. And some of these spectators enjoying a cup of coffee. And we have Jack Fay back with us now. Welcome back, Jack.
Yeah.
We still have the DARE program.
Yes.
Well represented.
Pennsylvania Avenue, School 27, Colonia.
Very well represented.
Yes. Richmond.
This is the Richmond County Pipes and Drum. Another one of the 5 or 6 groups that are marching, Jack. Under Pipe Major John Cantor and Drum Major John Hummers. Now, Jack, I think you may know this, but the bagpipes that we actually see in the parades, the marching pipes, are not the kind that developed in Ireland. Is that right, Jack?
I'm not sure, Jim. I'm not sure of the...
I think the marching pipes are basically of Scottish origin. They had made their way as a Celtic instrument over to Ireland, and because of the repression that you mentioned earlier in Ireland, the culture was almost wiped out when England had invaded it, that the Irish version became a parlor instrument. And a smaller, but the Elian pipes, so that it could be played in a living room.
And here, one of the great cultural groups is the AOH, the Ancient Order of Hibernian, Division 3 from Galway, and the Ladies Division 6. I noticed a few Irish wolfhounds leading the parade there.
Now this group has been around for over 100 years.
Yes, they have. Yeah, credit to the Hibernians, credit to New Jersey, the Ancient Order Hibernians there, the Galway contingent.
Monsignor C.J. Kane Division.
Yes.
Over in Galway.
Division 3, and the Ladies Division 6.
And they're followed by the St. John's First Aid Squad of Fords, New Jersey.
St. John's is, in Ireland, it's known as St. John.
I didn't know you were so up on your Gaelic there.
I have around 10 words after St. John and Aaron go bra.
Page Mafalcha.
Yes.
We've got to throw that in there, which is 1,000 welcomes, I believe.
Yes.
Page Mafalcha to everybody watching our program here on TV 35.
In fact, that's what the Brian Dennehy play, Brian Friel play is about, is the way they wouldn't allow the language to be taught or spoken, the original Gaelic.
Over in
Ireland.
In Ireland,
in fact,
after it was invaded.
There's still a movement, a strong movement in Ireland of trying to bring the original language back.
I understand that. It's actually a beautiful language, Jack. It's very lyrical, beautiful language.
Yes. The saint,
the Knights of Columbus,
Pope John Paul, Vision 6571. St. John Vianney, Monsignor Sergil's parish, my parish and yours.
Under the leadership of Nick Gambadella.
Hey, Ed, Eddie.
One of the largest Catholic parishes in our township. Monsignor Sergil's always been a very good, close friend of the Woodbridge American Irish as well. He gave the invocation and the benediction this morning at our program. Coming up is the Piscataway High School ROTC group, both their drill team and their color guard.
They're under the leadership of their captain, Wayne Davison.
Very well done out.
We see some of our younger spectators in view now, and despite the chilly wind, seeming to be having a good time, as evidenced by their smiling faces, Jack.
Yes.
Perhaps waiting for a little bit of candy to be thrown their way by a passing fireman or a rescue squad worker. Looks like we have Sparky the fire dog out there mingling with some of the younger spectators.
This is we
Another one of our fire departments or rescue squads come into view. And there's Sparky shaking hands with a young spectator. There's some interesting berets on the firemen in this particular group, Jack.
Yes, they've gone all out.
And according to our line of march, that should be the Ford's Fire Company, Jack. And you know, earlier when our president, Ken Stiles, spoke at the flag raising this morning, Jack, he said with some humility that sometimes members of the group have referred to him as Mr. Parade and that sort of thing. And he gave characteristic credit to the committee and to the officers. And there's certainly a lot of hard workers. You mentioned all the people earlier. Chairman Mike McGovern and his co-chair Beth and Lazar and
Woodbridge, Ridgewatch has just come upon us. This is one of our major environmental groups. I know that now we're looking at I believe, Ford's Fire Company.
That's right, it is Ford's.
And they've outdid themselves with their
berets.
Yes.
And shamrocks.
Yes.
But about Ken Stiles, the thing is he is in many respects the driving force behind the parade.
Yes.
With the
above and beyond
George
the call of
Aston
duty,
and his family. It is above and beyond. And, it's his commitment and drive. I think he somehow inherited it from his father-in-law. He's no longer with us and is looking down upon us. I don't know how that happened genetically, but
yes, it was transferable for sure.
Some transference or something. So in his characteristic humility.
The Ashton family, George Sr., God love him, is the heart and soul of our group, and especially the parade itself, culmination of a long year work.
The committee certainly deserves a lot of credit. It is a lot of hard work and a lot of sacrifice.
Yes. Ford's, New Jersey.
And again, decked out with shamrocks and all the equipment looking clean and polished up and And now we have the Colonia High School Marching Patriots, which is the last of the three high schools here in Woodbridge, Jack.
This is the youngest of the three, but it's built its own traditions.
Looking fine in their uniforms.
Yes,
managing to hold all those banners in this wind as it picks up right here.
Yeah, you don't need us to tell you how windy it is when you look at those banners, and the young ladies are holding on to them for dear life.
Doing a good job.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Harrigan.
That's me.
I thought you were Faye.
Until they played this tune.
Dibble of madness, say a word again, me. H, A, double R, I, G, A, N, U, C. It's a name that a shame never has been connected with arrogant. That's me. Now, when have you gotten a duet from an Irish?
We could bring back Baltimore. Here's the grand old flag and all the honors that go with it.
This is the Avenel VFW post 7164 men's color guard, Jack.
Yes. Oh, they look good. Good, fine.
It's a fine looking group.
Veterans of foreign wars. Missing in action flag.
Under the leadership of their captain, George Nixon, is the captain of color guard. Post commander is Art Gralla. We have the Avenel post 7164 post queen.
Yes. Looking proud, gentlemen. As you are. Post queen.
They're followed by the Rollway Police Department.
Yes. Mayor Kennedy's city.
And I believe soon, Jack, we should be having an opportunity to
Yes.
review some of the dignitaries here and
Right.
to interview them in today's parade. And I think perhaps that'll be coming up shortly.
What's this now?
Mike, Bendon.
Okay.
Let's go back. Look at Jimmy.
Okay.
System grant. They probably need it.
Okay.
I hit the button.
Okay. Let me get this. Okay. Okay. As soon as we get the mic.
We have another one of our fire companies in view here. It should be Port Reading Fire Company, founded back in 1904.
So you're gonna ask me?
We're going to do the interview with the street.
And the Port Reading First Aid Squad. Oh, and we have a little sleeping leprechaun, it looks like. He's about had it. And again, the vehicles are appropriately decorated here for St. Patrick's Day in their green shamrocks and green garlands. And
Right. Good mic. Okay.
And in view now are the Rollway American Legion Post number 5 color guard under the leadership of Captain John Sugda. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And they're followed by a Sisters in Unity, which I believe is a new group to our parade this year, and we would like to welcome them. From one of our neighbors here in Rollway, New Jersey. And we'll just listen in while we get a little bit of a performance by the Sisters in Unity in their cowboy outfits. And I believe in a moment we'll be meeting with our Grand Marshal and the chairman and co-chair of this year's parade. And we're just going to wait for a minute here while the our TV crew out in the street gets set up with Senator Jack Fay. In view now is the Hope Lawn First Aid Squad, founded back in 1951 under the leadership of their president, Robert Ponick. Marching with them is their Ladies Auxiliary. Hope Lawn Engine Company #1, founded back in 1941 with Chief Joseph Lexal. And we have another one of our many Cub Scout packs. This is pack number 57 from Hope Lawn, New Jersey. And another St. Patrick, 2. We've been blessed with 2 at the Woodbridge St. Patrick's Day Parade. In view now, you see the Air Force Rescue Officers Training Corps under the leadership of Major Scott Marone, who's the Commandant of Cadets. And they are followed by, and just coming into view, is the Friendly Sons of the Shillelagh Pipes and Drums Corps, founded back in 1968 under the leadership of Pipe Major Bart McDade and Drum Major Jack Redmead. And we'll just listen into a little Yankee Doodle Dandy. Composed by a famous Irish American, George M. Cohen. And while we listen to the Friendly Sons of the Shillelagh, coming into view now is the Brunswick Shamrock Club. Okay, we're going to be going to Jack Fay right now. Jack?
All right, here we are with the marshal himself and the coach marshal, Michael, coach chairman. Michael, what do you feel about today?
Well, it turned out to be a real good day. A little bit windy, but we have a good parade. Everything's running real smoothly.
We were saying earlier on the program, Michael, your father must be so happy and proud of you.
Yeah, well, as you know, Jack, my father started the organization, and it was one of his dreams to have a nice parade in Woodbridge to show everybody in New Jersey what the Irish of Woodbridge can do.
Indeed, Michael. Beth Nolan with co-chairman.
It's great. Once again, we have the good luck of the Irish. We have a great, wonderful day. We couldn't have had better weather and a better crowd. Thank you.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Michael.
Thanks a lot.
God love you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Jack. And we'll be back with Jack in just another minute or two here. I believe he will be interviewing the Grand Marshal this year, as well as some of the other dignitaries in the parade. And Mike and Beth, to you in particular, a splendid job from where Jack Fay and I are sitting. So far, the parade looks terrific. The units look terrific, and everything is flowing smoothly. So a credit to you and to the organization. And it looks like we're being charged here. I don't know about anybody else, but I think I'm going to be going for cover soon. This looks right out of the movie Gettysburg. Fortunately, I think they shot off their rounds further down the street, so at least all the crew members here at TV 35, Jack Fay and I, our hearing's intact. We haven't been so lucky always in years past.
South, the Grand Marshal, all the way from Brooklyn, but a very, very good friend and dear friend of the Woodbridge American Irish. Bob, we're so glad to have you here and to have you honor us.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm doubly thrilled that Bill Kennelly is involved in this. And his memory. And he's an excellent man, a strong member of the American Irish Association. So many people don't realize that the association is more than just a St. Patrick's Day parade.
Yes, it is.
It's a lot of charitable events take place throughout the year that's sponsored by the association. I was impressed attending a meeting of this, thoroughly how involved and how committed they are to the Irish American and yourself here out here in Woodbridge. A lovely time, lovely day, and I wish Bill was with us. But I think he's responsible for this terrific weather.
Yes, indeed, indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bob. We're honored to have you.
Thank you.
You're a good friend. God bless you.
God bless.
Okay.
Thank you, Jack, and congratulations, Bob. Again, it's a beautiful day. I'm sure you're proud. It's evident that you're proud to be Grand Marshal of the 22nd Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade here in Woodbridge. And Bob and his group, the Emerald Society from New York, have been marching with the Township Parade since 1981. He's always been at the fundraiser, the cocktail party that the club holds. He comes and he volunteers his services and plays us a few Irish tunes on his bagpipes. And again, congratulations to you and your family, Bob. We couldn't have a more fitting Grand Marshal. This is the Union Middlesex County chapter of the United Abate of New Jersey. It's a mobile unit, and you guessed it, it's a mobile unit of motorcycles. And they represent motorcycle rights organizations. They have taken first and second place as a mobile unit in the 1992 and 1993 parades. And for those of you who are watching, there are various awards that go out to the different groups. The pipe bands, the mobile units, the marching units, the color guards, the scout units, and the township, actually, we get a group of independent judges. There's nobody from the American Irish Association or from the township that judges these groups. We hire independent judges to come out who make a determination for each group of first, second, third place, and those awards are given at the post-parade celebration that occurs at the conclusion of today's parade, and that'll be at the Hungarian Hall over on Port Reading Avenue near the Barron Arts Center here in Woodbridge Township. And another one of our many fire departments. This is the Keysby Fire Department, representing one of the 9 sections of Woodbridge Township that we had mentioned earlier, Jack Fay and I. Here's to you again, Jack.
Wonderful day it is, and how proud you are to be Irish. Okay. All right, we're so honored, too, to have with us Sister Susan McGrath from Ireland, who's with the Emmaus House in Perth Amboy. Sue McIntyre and her lovely daughter, Mary Claire. A few words from you, Mary.
This is a lovely day out, and I'm proud to be Irish.
Yes, you are. What do you think of the Behan dancers?
Well, it's fun doing it, and I don't know.
That's enough. Sister Susan, a few words for the people of Middlesex County.
Well, I'm just honored to be here today, and it's just so exciting to see the parades and to be a part of it. And I think this is really St. Patrick's Day for me. I will not get into the city, and it's so good to be able to come here. And of course, at our own Irish night on Wednesday, Mary Claire is one of our chief dancers. And her mom and her dad and all will bring her.
Mom,
It's a wonderful day. The weather's great. The crowd's great. It's lovely to be here. Thank
Happy
you.
St. Patrick's Day to everybody. God bless you all.
Thank you, sister. Indeed, thank you.
Thanks, Jack. And thank you, Sister Susan and Sue McIntyre and her daughter Mary Claire, who dances with the Bridget Bean Irish step dancers. And Sue McIntyre, I couldn't help but notice that your sweatshirt appropriately said Peace in Ireland, which this year in particular is something that hopefully we're all going to see after so many, many years of strife that has occurred in Northern Ireland. And hopefully that'll come to a close. That'll be a sorry part of the Irish history that will in fact come to a close. We have another one of the township fire departments that are in view. And we're back with Jack Fay. Jack?
Okay. Again, one of the stars of our parade, Miss American Irish, Deidre Hamilton. Deidre.
Hi, it's a beautiful day for a parade, isn't it?
Truly.
Lovely.
Truly it is.
Yes.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
You look lovely.
Thank you.
I'm sure your mother
Thank
and
you.
father are very happy.
Oh, yes, it's a great honor.
Okay. And our council president, Woodbridge Council President, John Mitch.
Jack, as always, just wonderful to be a resident of Woodbridge today. Certainly proud to be president of the city council this year. And more importantly, just the people that come out today here in Woodbridge down Main Street. People like Deirdre, who carries Colonia very well today on behalf of her parents, a former councilwoman, her mom. Yeah. But certainly it's great to be Irish and great to be in Woodbridge today.
Hey, thank you very much,
Thank you,
John.
Jack.
Good to have you with us. Thank you, Deidre. Okay.
Thanks, Jack. And thank you, Deirdre Hamilton, our Miss American Irish, and Council President John Mitch, who last year, when Jack Fay was Grand Marshal, I had the pleasure of being a co-anchor with John Mitch. And he's back marching. And it looks like we have a ragtime group coming up into view here. Fred Leote and the Ragtimers, all the way from Neptune, New Jersey. We talk about some of the surrounding communities that come to participate. And here's one that takes a little bit of a ride. And let's listen into some good old-fashioned ragtime music.
It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest crown I know.
It's a fine sounding group we have here.
Well, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary. On I hope it's right there.
We have the Island Chemical Hook and Ladder Company that's in view now. Island being another section of Woodbridge Township. Shamrocks decorating the various emergency vehicles and the fire vehicles. Okay, we're going to go to Jack now, who's with Mayor McGreevy and Ken Stiles.
All right, here we are with President Ken Stiles of the Woodbridge American Irish and himself, Mayor James McGreevy. President Ken.
It's a beautiful day for a parade, and we've dedicated this parade to all our past members of the American Irish that have passed away in honor of Bill Kennelly, our Irish Person of the Year this year, who also passed away this year.
Ken, you top yourself. 22 years later, it only gets bigger and better and more wonderful. And a lot of thanks to you and your parade committee. And Mayor McCreevy, few words for the people of the world.
Well, Jack, it's a great day for the Irish. I'd like to thank the American Irish Association. And I'd also like to ask all people of goodwill and Irish Americans to remember the importance of the McBride principles, Jack, particularly that there is discrimination against the Catholic minority in the north of Ireland. And we need to be concerned with these issues as Irish Americans and all decent people.
Truly, truly indeed, Mayor, and God willing, and St. Jude Novenas, we're going to arrive there 700 years later.
And exactly, Jack, and all we're asking is that the same opportunity that our grandparents and fathers and mothers sought in our great nation, that those same economic opportunities exist for the Irish Catholics that remain in the north of Ireland.
Thank you, Mayor, and God keep us.
Thank you, Jack.
Okay,
and thanks to Ken Stiles, our president.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, thank you all.
Happy St. Patrick.
Yes. Okay, good.
Thank you, Jack, and thank you, Mayor and Senator Jim McGreevy and Club President Ken Stiles. And again, the parade looks terrific from where we're sitting. Just passing from view was the St. Cecilia's Knights of Columbus Council 3639 from Island, New Jersey. Their fourth degree, and the general membership is now coming into view, and I believe this is the largest Knights of Columbus Council in the state of New Jersey. And marching with their Irish sweaters and shillelaghs and smiling faces, obviously having a good time. That's VFW Color Guard 2636 Marching Unit. And another one of the fire company groups from town. It's the Island Fire Company, number 1. One of a number of our volunteer fire companies and volunteer first aid squads. And again, we'd like to salute all of you, all the volunteers who give so much of your time and of yourselves so that you can help keep the community safe. We salute you on behalf of the club, on behalf of the township. Your efforts indeed are to be commended.
Oh.
And we welcome back Senator Jack Fay after his,
Okay.
he got to venture out into the street there and interview some of our dignitaries.
Yes, we had them almost all. It's a wonderful parade, Jim.
It certainly is, Jack.
So, like I was telling President Ken Stiles, that each year you think they can't outdo themselves, and they manage to do it.
That's right. And while we watch some of the units pass by, some of the vehicles, just to mention some of the other standing committees in the club, We have a blood bank, and that's run by Justin McCarthy, who's at the reviewing stand right now.
As he is every year.
His wife runs the Good and Welfare, Mary Ellen McCarthy. Our club historian, Catherine Spiliotis. Color guard this year was with Charles Riley. Hospitality, Mary Aston. Dorothy Durant and Mary Alice. Oh, I got to try to remember this last name. Jacko.
Yes.
Cindy Stiles and publicity, Eileen Whalen.
And another word to, there's an open invitation for all those Irish descent, those who are married to anyone Irish Americans. The club is an open club. No, just reach
That's
out
right,
to
Jack.
any member or officer. We're glad to have you.
Here's another one of our Girl Scout troops, number 220. And I think we've had our plenty of shamrocks today, Jack.
Yes, more and more. And Irish flags and American flags and yeah, yes, I know where it gets giving us a calm here. The marching groups coming towards us, the Cub Scout Pack 148. To them, to their parents, again, a warm welcome to the 22nd annual St. Patrick's Day parade in beautiful downtown Woodbridge Township. Here comes Dan Hoffaker coming up to us here from the Woodbridge Board of Ed. Good to have you, Dan. Admire your courage. The Columbus Council, Knights of Columbus.
Great parade.
Great, Dan, indeed. Another marching Irish band. Knights of Columbus Council 126, pipes and drums. Followed by the Reverend John J. Griffin, General Assembly 857, 4th degree. Middlesex Council 857, Woodbridge Knights of Columbus. Marching strong and proud as always. Here we have on us from Colonia, Cub Pack 523. Okay. Good to have the Cub Pack 523 of Colonia waving their green derbies at us.
And another fine looking group. Jack, certainly representing the community, and it's good to see the children out and with their parents.
And the Delaware Raritan Girl Scouts from Colonia and Island. They're having a fine turnout too. And
it's Troop 1712.
yes, School 22 carrying their banner. They're followed by, can't catch their.
That's an interesting group. That's the Therapet
Oh yes.
group, Jack. This is the second or third year, I believe, they've marched with in our parade.
And all the dogs want to be Irish Wolfhounds, and there's Lassie. Compact 34 in Woodbridge.
The whole idea, I think, of the Therapet group,
Yes.
Jack, is that basically through the use of pets, that people are confined to home. They
Yes.
can
Yes, no, it's a wonderful,
some kind of attachment.
wonderful group. I know, like one of my roles was inspecting, nursing homes, and I know those nursing homes have brought pets into them. There was a marked improvement, morally, physically, spiritually, just to have a dog or a cat to love.
And that's the whole thrust of that group. Apparently, it's a volunteer group, Jack, and that's just what they want to do.
Here's another compact. I can't catch their numbers.
That's a Boy Scout group from Woodbridge here in New Jersey, followed by the Cub Scout group, Jack.
Okay.
And a splendid turnout
Yes.
from the Girl Scouts,
Yes.
Boy Scouts,
The
Cub
Scouts go
Scouts,
out in numbers.
Brownies, and
So
again,
it's a testament to them, to their
parents,
parents,
the volunteers.
leaders that give so much of their time and energy to these young boys and girls.
And coming into view is the Colonia Fire Department, Jack.
Yes.
Fire and Rescue Department.
Chief Higgins in there.
I believe that
A lot of good friends here in the Colonia Fire Department.
and they were founded back in 1943, Jack,
Yes.
under the leadership, as you said, of Chief Bill Higgins.
Yes. That was the Higgins family, the Sheehan's, the Hughes family. There's so many long family traditions in these fire departments. I speak firsthand of the Colonia group where I lived so long. Just seems longer sometimes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, you've been around a few years, Jack,
yes.
I'd say. I'm
More
not going to
than
pry about any age here, but
St. Jude Novena's got me this far, too.
that's right.
Yes. Colonia First Aid Squad.
Okay, we're going to be taking a break right now, and we'll be back with you in a minute.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Larry, you know, this simple exercise can help you stay healthy, which keeps medical costs down.
But you gotta do it every day, Vince. Or you'll get out of shape fast.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
They're still around, and these diseases could be life-threatening if you don't protect your baby from them.
Full protection takes around 5 visits for shots, starting by 2 months and ending by age 2. Ask if your baby is up to date on every visit to your doctor. Or if you don't have a doctor, call 1-800-232-2522 to find out where to get your baby shots. When it comes to immunization, your baby's counting on you.
We'd like to welcome everybody back to the 22nd Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. I'm here with Jack Fay. This is Jim Durick. And we have another one of our pipe bands, Jack.
Great sound from the St. Columcille United Gaelic Pipe Band.
Under the leadership of Pipe Major Joe McGonigal.
Marching in front of the United Union County Irish American Association.
The Union County Irish American Association is another group from our neighboring county that has given us a lot of support over the years in our parade, Jack.
They always turn out in numbers. They always, look so proud. Welcome all from Union County.
And we'd like to thank you for your support and fine-looking group you are.
Yes, indeed, indeed. Again, Jim, a reminder that the parade this year is dedicated to Bill Keneally, who passed away just a few weeks ago. And
that's right.
To all the deceased members of.
And we've had a few.
Yes.
And to, in particular, to Bill's wife Kathy and his family.
Right.
Not only our condolences, but our warm wishes. He left he touched us all, and he was a terrific, wonderful, wonderful man.
Here is the Army ROTC from Frank Morrell High School.
And they're down visiting us from Irvington, New Jersey,
Yes.
Jack.
They're being powered by Union Township High School Army Junior ROTC. Now they're all a credit to their high schools, to their parents, to their teachers, especially those faculty men and women who do the hard work, do the drilling, do the instructing. Here we have the Woodbridge VFW Post 4410. Veterans of Foreign Wars.
Under the leadership of Commander Bill Donahue. And now we have the Pipes and Drums of Ocean County Emerald Society, Jack. This is a relatively new group. They were founded only back in November of 1993.
Oh,
under the leadership of Pipe Major Tom Carroll and Drum Major Bill Walsh.
Okay, all the way up from the Jersey Shore. So glad to have them. Well, they sound very good for.
They certainly do.
The people of such a young.
And actually, my cousin's husband I see in there, Sam McNeil. Hello, Sam.
There's the Emerald Society, Middlesex County. Chapter 9. Welcome to Woodbridge.
Now, the Emerald Society is the same society that our Grand Marshal belongs to. However, he's from the Department of Corrections. Is that right, Jack?
From Brooklyn, from New York City.
Just a different chapter.
Yes. Yeah. Those who have Emerald Society, they're usually the police and the firemen and the men and women in corrections. And here we have
The Saints.
Port Reading Saints.
The Athletic Association.
They're part of the Central Jersey Pop Warner League. And they teach football and cheering during the football season. And a fine turnout and a fine group of young people.
I think they have all
Fine-looking group.
I think they have all their players, and most certainly their cheerleaders on a float.
Sure looks that way. And they've got a goal post and
Go Saints.
Good-looking float that they have there.
They are. Jim Kehoe going by us, a fanboy, and also a member of our club. And here are
our Redeemer Lutheran School cheerleaders, the Luther Lions. Giving us a little exhibition of their cheering abilities and all the proud moms and volunteers. And here's a favorite of the children over the years, Jack. This is the Bears Bucket Brigade, an antique 1948 fire engine owned and operated by Jerry and Rose Selecki.
I always get traumatized when they tell me something from 1948 is an antique, Jim.
Oh, hits a little bit of a nerve, does it,
Jack?
Jack?
Go right into the action nutrition. Welcome again, the Bears Bucket Brigade.
They're followed by the Woodbridge Corvette Club.
See, the song they're playing of Mother McRae, Jim.
Uh-huh.
They just don't write them like that anymore. I bless her and keep her.
Well, this is another one of the mobile units, Jack, the Woodbridge Corvette Club, and they've been in the parade for a number of years as well.
Yes, it's
and the kids along the line of march always look forward to this group because there's always candy being thrown along the line of march. And you can see the children wander out a little into the street to pick up their goodies.
Yes. Yes.
And all of the Corvettes decked out in shamrocks and green streamers and tricolors.
The Corvette Eat Your Hearts Out Club.
Well, I had a neighbor get one just a few years ago. I think he hit around 50 years old, said I always wanted a Corvette, and he went and got one.
All right.
As we start to wind down a little bit here, Jack, I think it may be appropriate to extend our thanks to the support from the township,
Yes.
from the Mayor McGreevy and the council and the recreation department that assists in setting up the reviewing stand, and the police department who offers assistance and coordination for the entire event, and really for all the various groups that come out and help make the parade a success. To the merchants that buy ads for our ad book, a special thank you.
Yes.
And for, in particular, the groups, the volunteers who work with the scouts, the fire departments. You all look terrific, and thank you very much for making our parade such a success.
Truly, Jim, it was, not just rhetoric. It's truly a wonderful day, a wonderful parade, not a hitch.
And we'd be a little remiss if we didn't thank TV 35 for the very professional job that they do, and we've done it with them for a few years, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yes.
A pleasure. It's professional. It's a lot of fun. And in particular, we'd like to thank producer Lee Beckerman and his staff. Now, if we could just persuade them to get us earmuffs, Jack.
Yes. I'm putting in for another Irish woolen sweater.
We'll be forever indebted to TV 35. And it's quite a turnout from the Corvette Club this year, Jack.
Mentioning Irish sweaters, that commercial. Well, there's some wonderful Irish stores in the area. South Amboy, there's a wonderful Irish store right there. There's a new Irish store in Metuchen. I know there's one in Newtown, I believe.
The committee itself, the American Irish Committee itself, consists of, I wouldn't want to miss anyone. I'd be remiss. I don't want to name everyone, but it must be a good 50 people that work on this committee, Jack.
Pack 35. Club Pack 35, Donna Jago waving from Colonia, sub-teen marching group. This is 4+2 band. Irish eyes are smiling. They should all be smiling today, Jim.
And they're sounding particularly fine today.
Here's Bob Taylor. His antique fire truck. She was Happy St. Patrick's Day. Fire District 2.
That's a 1956 Ford ladder fire truck. It's an original, apparently, Jack.
Yes. The U.S. Naval Sea Cadet Corps.
That's a team color guard and sub-team drill team from Perth Amboy, New Jersey, Jack.
Very good. Very good indeed.
And a handsome looking group they are.
Yes, they are. U.S. Navy should be proud of them. Yes.
And that's the Richmond County Radio Patrol.
From Staten Island.
From Staten Island. And they help people on highways and roads through the CB channels in the event of a vehicle breaking down or an emergency, Jack?
Yes.
And they're followed by the Raritan Bay Cruisers, founded just 2 years ago, and they're a domestic, antique, and classic muscle car. That's what they say. It's a muscle car club.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Hey, your car doesn't look like a muscle car to me, Jack.
No.
Is it?
Not really. Now, another very good neighbor coming upon us is the Merck Company Fire Department and First Aid, one of the major pharmaceutical industries in our state, Galway.
And the Merck and Company ambulance. And it looks like we're winding down. Jack, we have the last of our pipers just coming into view. They're down the street a little bit there, the Staten Island bagpipers, under the leadership of Patrick Lynch and Timothy O'Sullivan.
So it's truly on this high note. The music of Ireland, music of the American Irish.
We see some of the spectators still smiling, and obviously everybody's had a good time.
Jim, it was a great parade. It was a great
Okay,
parade.
it's been a terrific parade. Thank you, everybody, especially TV 35.
Yes.
Jack, it's been a pleasure again this year, and look forward to doing it again next year.
God willing, Jim.
Happy St. Patrick's
be
Day,
with you.
everybody.
Keep the faith. And as always, unsung heroes.
The
St.
parade
Patrick.
marshals.
Yes. George Aston.
Under the leadership of Mary Alice Jacko. I got it right, Mary Alice.
Yes.
Alice Goodhart. I saw George Aston, Brian Shaughnessy,
Yes.
Ed Geisler, Terry McGovern.
To all. To all a good night.
Mary McCarthy was there.
Yes.
Chris Kilmurray.
Yes.
Okay.
Great parade, Jim. Great indeed.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. On behalf of TV 35, Jack Fay and myself, have a healthy year.
Good job.